Hello and welcome to the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast. Ooh, I'm drooling over here. I'm your host.
Natalie Portman is not in the room.
No, she's not. Just Eugene. Eugene.
Ah!
How are you, Gene?
Tipsy.
Tipsy? I put that mildly. More like you're very tipsy.
It's fine. Let's see how the podcast, how this goes. Take away the alcohol if you must.
Alright, so again, we are back together once more to make another podcast. This time we're going to be talking about Interstellar!
Stella! Give me my Oscar. No Oscar. Okay.
Oh, poor Marlon Brando.
That's a hot dog. You don't want the Oscar Mayer Wiener. Just Oscar! No, sorry.
Meyer.
My baloney has a birthday. It's
So we finally got together to do this movie today, this afternoon, in which you were off, I was off, and we really didn't have a plan to do much of anything today.
trying to see Jurassic World, but that didn't work out.
No, that didn't work out.
I was like, I got Interstellar. I like.
Also told me to watch it because she also loved it.
It's
too.
an awesome movie.
No, it is, and we'll talk about that in a moment and just our thoughts on that. But the one thing that came out of the news today, and this is us recording on a Tuesday, that James Horner, a film composer, a great film composer, had died in a plane crash. And for me, you know, I love music from movies, and great composers really have a phenomenal influence to me to make that movie work in the very end, from the beginning to the end. Because without their music, there is no emotional tie to this. There's no feeling the rush of an action hero, you know, saving the day towards the end. There's nothing without that composer. And James Horner, to me, is up there on the same ranks as, you know, John Barry, as well as John Williams. And it's hard to see that he's now passed, unfortunately. Because he's done movies like Krull, he's done Aliens, he's done Cocoon. I mean, the list goes on, and Glory was one of your favorites, right?
Soundtrack-wise.
Yeah, soundtrack-wise. yeah, movie-wise it was okay.
I like the Rocketeer as well. I like the... a lot of amazing things.
Yeah. So it's kind of heartbreaking because, for all intents and purposes, I was thinking, you know, if anyone's going to die soon, it would be kind of like John Williams, you know, before he gets complete the latest Star Wars movie score.
Steals.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Okay, but, you know, considering how old he is, I would have expected him to go first, or, you know, on many adventures, he goes first.
But he didn't risk his life in the
No,
airplane.
and again, this is kind of similar to what happened to Harrison Ford with the plane crash.
It didn't happen quite yet.
Well, not yet, but the plane crash. So
Fortune favors the foolish.
Which...
I don't know why I said that.
No, because it makes no sense. Because if you're foolish and you die, how is that fortunate?
You go first.
You go first.
You go first.
So, unfortunately, all we're left is going to be his legacy. So, if you haven't listened to any soundtracks, I implore you, start with Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. That's probably one of my favorite scores. And that soundtrack really would not make Star Trek sing as well as it could be. Because without that score, it would have been like, you know, another boring Star Trek 1 episode that didn't have much going on.
Sure.
Oh, shut up. Alright, so...
There are better soundtracks and things that he's done. I'm just saying more inspirational.
No.
And you pick your own favorites, but I'm saying, you know...
you can always pick your own favorites. But to me, if there's going to be a beginning moment that I like James Horner, it would have to be Star Trek 2.
Okay.
That's him. Now, he has grown leaps and bounds, and he's matured from that soundtrack. I'm not sure how to put in those words, but in the very beginning, like anyone who starts in their career, they're going to be like, that's kind of crap, but I will develop over years, become more grandeur in their music composure and so forth. So to me, Glory was one of those defining moments, and Titanic, where he really kind of changed, not the same motifs that he would use in his earlier works, but completely different, and it was more orchestral, more sweeping, more grand in its storytelling through its music. So it was just more, to me, if I'm going to start from the very beginning of his career, that's the moment that I would pick.
Well, from beginning to end, start to finish, we're glad that you added amazing things to the soundtracks and gave more feelings and meaning to the images that we saw on the screen, dialogue. It's just nice, because you don't think about soundtracks very much, but they are very influential in films. So.
And you need that, because there are times in which we watch movies and it gets kind of muddled or lost. And you really do need to have that being played out throughout. Indiana Jones, for John Williams, would never sound the same without his own theme, or Vader's theme, or any of the countless other themes that we hear from movies. It will be kind of like, it would not do its justice. So, but in any case, so that's my little sci-fi news with that.
James Horner will miss you.
And we'll miss you, James Horner. All right, so what?
Keep going.
Keep going. You sure?
This is the keep going moment.
I don't know what. It looks like you're masturbating.
No, penis is down here. General contact and flapping of air is up here.
It's more like end it, speed it up.
Let's keep going. Edit this out. Let's keep going. For the love of God.
For the love of all the things that are holy going into my ears right now.
For the love of dog. Keep going.
Dogs?
I'm dyslexic. What do you want?
I like dogs. All right, so
all dogs go to heaven, Monty.
Oh, really? All hot dogs go to heaven. Oh. Not just a regular dog, just the hot ones.
Make me repeat the lame joke I said. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Go ahead, keep going.
All right,
Interstellar.
Interstellar was directed by I was going to say Steven Spielberg. No.
Cut! Do it again!
By Christopher Nolan, who also wrote it with his brother, right? Okay.
I got a Nerf gun in you. If you fuck up, I'm going to shoot you. Go ahead, yes.
Is this a Nerf?
It's a Nerf.
It's a Nerf.
Nerf for nothing, baby.
Nerf herder.
No.
All right. So, it's almost a 3-hour long movie.
But unnecessary.
Yeah. It's one of those... And we talked about this after we watched the movie, and I said this is a movie that is a science fiction film, not a sci-fi film. And the distinction is because there was a big component of science mixed in with fiction. Theoretical
science, though. Right. Not able to be proven in this generation or the next.
No, but it's enough that there is a science behind it. Whether it can happen or not, it's irrelevant. That's where the fiction part comes in.
I like the way that Christopher Nolan, yes, this is theoretical science, but it's not technobabble. It is actually based on reality and things we cannot yet prove.
Right.
Amazing.
Now, of course, us being not necessarily always critical about things, we did find little moments in which it didn't follow a certain logic. But in the grand scheme of things, when you have a 3-hour movie, it's hard to just say, you know what, it's completely 100% perfect. Kind of like how, what was it, Lars? What was the name of the robots?
Tars.
Tars. So he was honest, 90%.
I love Tars.
So I would say this movie is about 95% good, with 5% little here and there you have problems with. That we can talk about that later.
I ain't got no problems.
You ain't got no problems. And 99.
I ain't got no time for diabetes. No one got time for diabetes.
It's diabetes.
He's seen my breasts. He has. No, mind.
That's why you need to eat more oatmeal.
Why would I need more oatmeal?
Because that helps with your diabetes. It's good for you.
We're just segueing into YouTube videos. But go ahead. Yes.
All right.
I'll eat more oatmeal.
So, you said that you didn't necessarily like Matthew McConaughey.
I didn't. But this movie was okay. It was the... come on. I saw Sahara.
Sahara.
I was not happy with that. I didn't see the Magic Mike movie because I'm not gay. But it just,
Or a woman.
No, yeah.
You left that part out.
I'm not a woman. But you can hear me roar because I eat the Frosted Flakes every morning. I'm just saying. They're great. Thank you.
And I'm not a woman.
Yeah, Go.
Wow.
Katy Perry, yeah, you beat Taylor Swift, although her Apple thing. That's fine! Don't care! God, stop! Stupid conscious shit! Fuck!
Wow, you're really getting off the map here.
Yeah, you encourage me.
That's okay.
You laugh.
Of course.
If you laugh, I am scared.
So, Matthew McConaughey won you over.
I didn't mind him. He was just, this is my plot. Christopher Nolan is, waving my paycheck in front of me. He was fine.
Right.
Your line about I've been driving Lincolns.
Yeah, so there's a moment in which it looks like a car commercial. He's promoting for the Lincoln Town Car. And I just like, oh, that's exactly what he's doing. So he's doing a twofer right in the same movie.
Don't explain the jokes, because if you do, it's the Chevy Chase show.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so...
But it was fine. I've always liked Matthew and what he's done as of late. I liked him even back when he did Contact with Jodie Foster, in which, he played counter to what the science was going to be with Jodie Foster, because he was more faith-based. And his role was that you need to have the combination of both to have whatever science cannot explain. You have faith, and whatever faith had, you can be proven with science. So you had the combination of going hand in hand, kind of like Fox and Scully, in which how they were playing off each other with that.
Monty, faith is the thing to believe in when common sense tells you not to.
I don't understand.
It's a miracle on 34th Street. Never mind. Keep going. Sorry.
Is that your real beard?
Ah!
Ouch! Go to Macy's. Anyway.
Shut me down real quick. Keep going.
Wow, we did a Miracle 34th Street reference? That is not even sci-fi. Although Natalie...
Sci-fi. From a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, keep going.
Oh, thank you for throwing that in. I completely forgot to...
That's your slogan.
my catchphrase.
It's not catchy at all.
It'll catch. Like a disease. Like the blight that happened throughout the whole world. Which I kind of like that idea. That whatever this thing that was causing, like the initial storyline, that it was eating up the damn
nitrogen. Like the way
nitrogen.
they didn't really explain it. Like sunrise, the sun, it keeps growing. You're like, what is this thing?
Well, no. Here they talked about whatever this blight was eating up the nitrogen, and in the process decreasing the oxygen. So we'll be starving as well as we'll be suffocated. So I thought that was kind of interesting, because they said that 80% of the atmosphere, or what we breathe, is part nitrogen, and a small portion of it is oxygen, and we don't even breathe the damn nitrogen. So it's kind of like a cause and effect with global warming, in which we're going to have flooding soon in Florida, in which we won't be here able to do this podcast from our house, because it'll be underwater. And, 12 feet of water in which we can visit if we know how to swim, which I don't think you do.
No, I can't swim.
No, I can't swim, so... Bye, Gene!
I can float. I can float on my back.
You can if you're dead, too, so...
Then I get bloated and I swell up. And then I can save other people like Kate Winslet, who hopefully grab on some vital part of me that will excite me and bring me back to life.
Or not be selfish and bring someone else on board so they can
also fit. Bitch, there's room enough for two. Bros, fuck it. My turn. Get out. You dry out.
Take your ass to Cuba, I will. What? Alright, so aside from, we had the initial storyline of, we had the blight, we had the storyline that he was a pilot, in which...
Who luckily finds NASA!
Yeah, who...
And the faith thing, the whole idea, like,
yeah.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
Yeah, that was...
No jumps there? No, daughter hiding behind the blanket, like, I'm not a smart man, but I know where my daughter is hiding.
Yeah. It was fine. I just thought that it was interesting how... Did they say where he was living?
They did. I don't remember where it is.
Okay. We can just assume it's some kind of farmland or somewhere in the Midwest Bible Belt area, in which they would not believe certain facts to be true, like the moon landing.
Oh my God, that was like, wait, pause. What did she just say? Well, no, the Apollo landings were just the thing to bankrupt the Soviets. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I took great umbrage with that. I'm like, no, that doesn't happen. And the young lady I saw it with the first time was like, no, that happens all the time, Gene. Because people are ignorant in the South. And in Texas, I'm like, oh. And if you're from there, I'm sorry. I'm just like, wow, you just changed history because it's convenient.
Right.
Did the Holocaust happen? I just want to know.
Yes, it did.
I know.
But some people don't believe that to be the case.
200 million people. 2 million people. 200 million, 2 million people.
So.
Dead.
So that was the world in which they were living in. But I didn't think it was going to be enough that was the whole nation that believed in this, in which NASA was kind of like now hiding out in NORAD. That was a little bit weird, but whatever the case was, they had to keep this a secret, this ongoing research to find another off-world planet to sustain life. So they had this whole mission. But because they found a wormhole near Saturn...
My name is John Crichton.
You people wouldn't believe the things that I've seen.
Help me.
So I killed his brother.
What?
John Crichton. Crisis. His brother.
Yeah, okay. That was... God. Alright, so
there's a wormhole. It appears out of nowhere, but it's been there
for... It goes to Saturn.
Right.
And it's going to take 2 years to get there. I mean, I love the math on this. I'm like, wait, 2 years, then land on the water planet, and then they do a lame DS9 episode premise of...
Which was what the first thing we were thinking. It's like, oh, the wormhole aliens from DS9, and then it's going to be Matthew McConaughey talking about baseball and how it's all linear, and then they will respond back saying, baseball, what is that? And just keep on going with that whole stupid logic. You know, I don't understand this thing.
Baseball.
What is this thing called linear you speak of? Well,
I was afraid you were going to say that. Inside jokes, keep going. Yeah. You got to explain to the audience.
Watch DS9, that's all. But what was interesting is that it just continued going on, telling its story. And it did take a lot from a lot of other movies that we've seen before. 2001, in certain sequences. We talked about Contact at one point, but that was towards the end in 2001, in which when they get to, we're kind of jumping ahead, but when we get towards the very end with Matthew McConaughey.
Spoilers.
It's a very good
I know. Right.
Whatever. So we talked about him getting to the black hole.
I don't understand anything that happens after that point. I'm drunk now.
Yeah.
What? Oh, pretty.
Which kind of like goes back to the Disney film. There's no fucking way that this ship would be able to sustain itself right in the middle
of being... ejects.
No. I'm talking about the black hole movie. The one.
Oh my god! That started out this whole podcast. That's... Yeah.
So there's no way that you can have a ship that stays out there and not be pulled into the black hole.
But it's not pulled in. It goes in.
Well, it goes in because it can't sustain its own power that it's fighting against.
But SARS goes first, and then SARS talks to him afterwards.
Which is the other thing. All right, he is somehow ejected into his own craft, and he's heading towards the event horizon, and his ship is basically going to be crumbling down. And somehow he ejects himself out of the ship.
He ejaculates, yes, that's correct.
In space, because no one can hear you come. What?
Oh.
Really? You want to go there?
If
you brought him out.
What color are your script pages? God, mine are pink. Why are yours... Oh. Keep going.
Keep going. So... Shut up. So his thing was that somehow the aliens were able to put him in a situation... But
they're not necessarily aliens. They could be him.
I know.
That's the thing that I don't understand about this movie.
It's kind of like when, again, going back to the black hole movie, the ship goes through, and the people somehow manage getting through on the other side. How is that possible? I don't know. But if you can deal with the fact that he's able to survive the black hole through the event horizon, which is impossible... Fine. We have to kind of accept certain things as a leap of faith. In 2001, when John Bowman's character is at the very end of whatever he's traveling through, he winds up in a bed that's all white, and he's old, and
the sheets are stained, and he
needs to be in some kind of construct in which he's able to survive. So they put things in that kind of relative terms. In Contact, Jodie Foster winds up going to...
I'm okay to go now.
Yeah,
I'm okay to go. I'm okay to go now.
Like
I'm okay to go.
Shut up. Goes to that planet and winds up seeing her father because the aliens are talking through her father, even though the father's not there. So the aliens are doing the same kind of thing. Farscape. Doing the exact same thing in which he's able to be in 3 dimensions in space and time, but a little bit beyond that in order for him to kind of deliver a message to his younger daughter at a certain point in her life. Okay, it gets really weird at that point, but even then, you're okay with that because we don't know what's going to happen, and this is the fiction part of that. So you have to kind of like go with it. Not everything you're going to be seeing from that point on is going to be all science based, except for the point that he should have been torn, apart.
Yeah, but you're getting stuck on the last third of the movie.
No, I know, but you get
the
past...
fourth of the movie.
Yeah,
it's supposed to end, and you're like, I should have been over a long while ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the science of the movie is amazing. The way it's presented to you is amazing. Yes, there's a long hour backstory you have to go through, but it pays off.
No, it does. It pays off immensely, especially towards the end.
Murph is like, yeah. Dad, you said that maybe today's my birthday, and, you said that sometime we may meet again, and you'd be as old as I am. Today's that day. You're not here. Just come back, Dad. You're like, oh, what's happening in my eyes? Oh, God.
I am leaking moisture. So, to me...
We need to speak bocce. That'll help.
Shut up. Speaking bocce. Hibernation sickness.
Yeah. Thank you. Matt Damon!
Matt Damon! Who was a big surprise to me. I'm sorry we're jumping around, but the thing was, like, all of a sudden there's Matt Damon, who, basically, he could have been an A-lister in this movie.
It's a cameo.
It's just a cameo. Right.
And just, and Matt Damon. Yeah. He's my friend.
Matt Damon.
And
you talked about how you saw the trailer for
Martian. You haven't seen that yet. It's going to be like, wait, what the fuck? You just, okay, we're done here. Chris Nolan moves on like, okay, we're going to film our movie now. Next, Ridley, just take over. You'll be fine. It's like, oh my.
So, and I'm wondering,
watch that.
I'm going to watch it. I'm just wondering how sci-fi is going to be or how science fiction is going to be. So, with Ridley Scott...
Do me a favor. Pause the podcast for a second. Let's watch it, please.
We will. We will. Let's just get through all this. Right. All right, so... the other thing that really got to me, and this is, again, it's a whole family thing.
La familia. Es mucho...
Mucho what?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
Neither do I.
Mucho gusta para tu corazón? Heart?
What about your heart? What about your baboon heart?
Hey, I got a fucking hockey puck. All right? And I got to see Marissa Tomei's breast. Allegedly.
She was in that movie. She was
naked? Her, Rosie Perez, Kristen Slater.
I know the movie, but
the baboon heart.
I know that, but I never saw the movie, so I just know the baboon heart. Now I've got to watch it now.
No, you don't see the breast. That's not till The Wrestler.
Oh, you mean later on, like other movies?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that movie. I'm not going to watch it.
You see Rosie Perez's breast and do the right thing.
Google, show me Rosie Perez's breast.
Sorry.
Cortana, show me Marissa Tomei's breastises.
Please edit this out. Please, for the love of God. I've been drunk when you're just saying crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But you're pulling it out of me. It's kind of fun.
It is. So, one of the things that got to me with the family thing.
I gave you a Kleenex.
You gave me a Kleenex because it started to get to me.
Matthew
McConaughey finally reaches to the point where he gets to see his daughter again. And by this time, she is old. Like, old to die. Ready to die.
They took her out of cryo. She's been in cryo for 2 years.
Yeah.
But you're here. It's going to take a few weeks to see her. Just rest for a few days.
It really hit home with me just because of my situation. My daughter just flew to Seattle on Sunday, on Father's Day. So it was a nerve-wracking journey to get her.
First time away?
Not only first time away, but first time away by herself.
Oh God,
on a plane.
Monty. You're fucked.
On a plane.
You gave her how much on the gift card to get whatever she wanted?
No, the gift card was her in-laws. We gave her $50 in cash.
There you go.
So she was going to Seattle, and that was a 6-hour flight. Plus, you're traveling over 3 time zones.
Did you give her an iPad?
She has her own stuff.
Sure.
No. She had actually. They found out that you had a USB charger right where she sat at.
In her own freaking aisle.
I think,
with a stewardess looking after her.
Right, stewardess looking after her, and then they can get free movies over the Wi-Fi and download to their device on the plane.
Rated. There's weird stuff on that plane, Monty.
Well, look, all I cared about is that she had entertainment because for 6 hours, it's going to be a long flight. So I can only imagine.
That's a flight plan flight, right?
The what?
The flight plan flight with Jodie Foster.
No, not that one.
I'm sorry.
Have you seen my
She was right here. Oh my God.
Here.
Listen, I'm going to have to restrain you.
We searched the plane top to bottom. She's nowhere.
But the hearts are here on the window.
Yeah.
What is this? Stop it. Keep going. So, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take away.
So, when you think about that situation and that kind of feeling that, in this case, she was leaving and I was staying on the planet Earth.
She's leaving on the jet plane. Don't know. Well, you know when she'll be back.
Yeah, I know. In a couple of weeks. So it was kind of like, I was fine. But watching this movie just kind of like made me remind myself about that situation. And she throws that line to her dad. No parent should be able to see their child die before them. And I'm like, oh, you gotta fucking... How dare you throw that shit in my face? Oh, God. That killed me.
This is not my fault. I just thought the movie was good. This is random fate.
It killed me, man.
Monty, you're a sensitive human being.
No, I know, but...
Your heart beats true. It's fine.
I know. And the same thing with Inside Out. There's moments in Inside Out, which I saw recently.
Inside Out. Oh, you got me. That's the Phil Collins song. Sorry. I just segued to that.
Wow.
I know, it's rare. Yeah, random. Yeah, no jacket required. But here I am.
Studio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take me home. Wait, I'm here. We're recording it at my home. Wow, these are weird, strange moments.
So, watching Inside Out and seeing like little bits of memories in which you see your child growing up, and then you recall those moments, and then you have moments like this happening in Interstellar. It really works on you, and I think it's not so much that I don't know. It's just now it affects me more now as being a parent because I have 2 kids. That it affects me more rather than if I was single. And I'm not sure if you felt the same way, but you did feel...
I am single, and I am sad that I'm single. I would like to connect with someone else. Please, my email address is... No, but, no, it still feels. The idea about family, about humanity continuing on, it's a universal thing. And when you watch movies like this, it just makes you realize there are shots in this where you see the little tiny spaceship flying along Saturn, and you're like...
Against the Saturn.
Tiny in a ruthless universe.
There's a little black spot on Saturn today.
Wow, if you owned that would be awesome.
It's the same one that I saw yesterday.
No, I'm not... I've been before in the pouring rain. Yeah. Okay, no, don't quite remember that. Yeah. Well, it's tough. And yet, these movies are here to entertain us and remind us of who we are and what we're supposed to do. I did like the way the movie is very pessimistic. And Matthew McConaughey had his idea like, no, we're going back and saving Earth.
Right. Or the very fact, I'm going back to Earth myself.
Yeah, fuck you all.
I'm going back to my family. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die with them. That's all he cared about. And he does get to be with them, sort of. Now, my thing, he doesn't see his son, or at least he doesn't have a moment.
Son's dead.
He died of the black
Jesse
lung.
died.
Black lung. The birds died.
Look, there's a whole room of family members.
I know.
He walks in. His son ain't there. He's dead.
No. They could have said, oh, by the way, your other son's dead.
The one that you sat there and left behind to be a farmer, he dead.
He dead.
He didn't make it to the Dyson sphere.
Yeah, which is the other thing you kept...
Here at Dyson, we made a vacuum.
And it doesn't suck. Alright, so your problem, and it is valid. Okay, Matthew McConaughey gives the signal in binary code through the watch in which she, the daughter...
She hasn't been there for 30 years!
No, I know. And in which she gets the signal, she's able to decode everything.
Can't stop the signal, Mal. I'm sorry.
Really?
Sorry. I'm all stream of conscious now. I've been drinking. What?
What stream of consciousness?
The one that's not going to get me laid.
Exactly. That's why.
I'm sad,
all right.
poor lonely man.
So, your problem was that he gave the signal in binary code to his daughter, who was able to decode it, deconstruct it.
You haven't been there in 30 fucking years, bitch!
Right, but...
You burned your brother's crops because...
Your thought was, how was it possible they were able to build these space stations now within that space of time?
Yes, that is my biggest jump. Christopher Nolan, I do the Omaze thing. Just do some new movie, and I'm promoting this. I'm Christopher Nolan. I want to meet you, my fans, at the red carpet thing. That's great. Give me just 20 minutes.
Like,
give me some duct tape.
Come here.
Ow! Your movie makes no sense. I love your movies. Just explain this crucial part.
Yeah. So
I can sleep at night, please.
Oh,
is it aliens that bring him back? I don't know.
Yeah.
What
which we still don't know.
This time jump.
Yeah.
A big one.
Which I felt
Tars
bad.
shows up and like, hey, okay, what's the thing in binary? What's it in Morse? Okay, that's great. I'll send it to my daughter's second hand on the watch I gave her that she threw against the wall that should be broken, but I'm going to do that and just touch it like, no.
Well,
no.
It wasn't a Timex, so it took a looking. And it kept on ticking.
Girls do that too. But yeah, I'm just saying.
Depends on where you look them.
I just lick them and stick them.
Stick them where? On the wall?
Oh, God. Now we got to put a NC-17 rating on this podcast. Good job, bitch.
What is it? They're like freaking balloons. You just rub them on yourself and start electricity and stick them on the wall?
No, that takes money. But
$20 on a pineapple. What?
Thank you for making me evil. Beautiful. Nice guy. Just trying to make my way through this world. You give me a fifth of liquor, I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
Weigh me a fifth.
Alright, no, seventh.
Seventh, eighth, whatever. It's yours. I can't stop to liquor. That's what she said. Anyway.
Liquor up front, poker in the rear. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, cheating.
Let's keep going with the podcast.
Cheating ain't eating. No, eating ain't cheating. I'm dyslexic. Alright.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
This has nothing to do with Interstellar.
Get back to Interstellar. And the other thing we're saying, not Interstellar, it's
Interstellar.
And how she got her groove back. Thank you. Well, you're just getting beat red.
Oh man, that could have been my line, but you dropped it and you did it good.
I did it. I got timing. And she's pregnant. No, I haven't been with anyone in years. I'm sorry. Sad thing.
I ain't Billie Jean. That child ain't mine. She's not my lover.
Stop it! Back on topic! We're losing the audience!
Alright, so one of the things that you liked...
Anne Hathaway?
but...
Because she becomes a whiny bitch!
Because at one point...
It's about love. No, bitch. No.
Yeah, that she becomes dumbed down for that one moment.
Yeah.
But in fairness, and we talked about this, is that you said that was crucial because that's what
It turns it.
Right. Because Matthew McConaughey actually
You sacrifice the character up front to teach the protagonist
Right.
the idea about the family to remind him about his humanity.
Right.
That's fine, but it's like, Anne Hathaway, you're still cool.
I know. And
Please just have lunch with me.
and not once that I felt like in most movies when I fall in love with women on the screen.
Many times.
I just felt like, oh, it's Anne Hathaway. I didn't really.
You don't like the short hair. I'm like,
I don't like
the short hair. Not that I like small boys or anything, but it's just like.
No, I don't mind pixie cut hairs or things that are like little bobs. I'm fine with that, but it's just.
Everyone wants to with the short hair. That just. I don't know.
This whole movie was never like a moment.
It's not about sex.
Never. But you would think that, hey.
Anne Hathaway.
You're a woman with 3 other guys in space. Guess what? Your name's Eve.
Do you need some sausage with that taco?
Oh, God.
You forgot the dark taco. You've got the southern taco, and you've got the plastic bag wrap taco, which I don't know. That's it.
And then she gets a case of space herpes. And
Headpiece.
Herpes.
Wow, we're just losing the audience. I'm like, yeah, this is going on too long.
This is why I'm not going to be a fan anymore. So aside
you could be an air conditioner.
But no. All right. So
final thoughts.
Yeah, basically, I definitely want to see this again. I would not rank this as the top number 1 on my list.
Which is Inception for some reason.
It's Inception, and then number 2 is Dark Knight. Because I think, one, because of what he did with Batman was great to revive that series and put it in a sense of that's more grounded. But I think Inception, because I have this love of dreams and the concept of having a dream within a dream.
Dreams may come, Monty.
Really? You didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't. Don't step on your wife's face.
But I've had a couple of times in my life in which I had a dream within a dream, and I tried to have lucid dreams in which I'm actually.
You should take acid.
No, I'm not going to take acid.
Marijuana?
I don't smoke.
I
have asthma.
I'm just experimenting. I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, next thing you know, you'll be calling me from jail. What?
Monty, I need $5,000. Don't ask me any questions.
What's my
Omaha.
name? What's my name? Heisenberg.
Principal.
You still haven't seen it. You still haven't finished it.
Oh my God! Really? I'm savoring. No, I'm not a bitch. I haven't seen it. You're right.
Yeah,
I saw the last. I'm just. It's too intense. I'm like, I'm too drunk. I can't. I'm too scared.
So,
okay.
But Inception is my number 1. Dark Knight, and then of course we have this movie. So.
I like Inception. I think I like Inception. I do. I think it's my number 2. Though I think Interstellar for complete stories because God, Christopher Nolan puts periods at the end of every sentence. It's like, yes, I'm doing theoretical science on this. I'm doing dreams. I'm doing explorations into a psychopath.
Yeah, but they're multi-layered movies with stories that I'm like, oh my God,
but
they're rich.
Finishes his point,
right,
and then leaves you to take your rich imagination, if you're educated, not too drunk or too high, or whatever, just explore. It's amazing. But I do like Interstellar. I think Interstellar is my number 1. Interception is number 2. The Prestige? Or is it The Illusionist? I get them so confused. Why?
One of the 2 magician movies.
Just brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, you go. And Memento. I love Memento.
Yeah, which I have yet to see, so I have to check that out.
You should have. I have it right there. You can just borrow it.
Next to that dildo? What?
Not a dildo. It's a blow-up doll with rubber cement on it. Leave it alone.
Rubber cement? You broke her?
Wow, we're talking about this. And it's a joke, and now you've made it real, and people are going to...
She's only real if she talks to
you.
And
my friend will sit there and go, Gene, you have a rubber... No.
Again, Gene, you really think that someone's going to be listening to our podcast? Fuck that. No one is listening to our shit.
Yeah, when the dreams, Monty. That script I'm going to write... You're like, what did Gene do before? He did this?
All right, so I definitely need to watch it again. I have to check out your DVD and listen to. Oh, is there director commentary on your DVD?
I have no idea. You can take it.
What was the other thing that's pissing me off?
Oh, it's right here.
You got the Blu-ray.
Oh my God! Talk to the audience.
No, I can't read the writing because it's too damn
the
small.
writing on the wall. Go, go!
Yeah, I have new glasses. I can't see crap now.
Nope, no commentary.
Great. Because this in Inception, you do get that, and you have the feature in which you can have the
Well, there's the and more feature, but I don't know.
And more.
And more.
Oh, and more. Not some girl named Ann More. And more. Anne Rand? It's Ayn Rand. Anyway. Alright, your final thoughts?
Live, love, learn. Go out there and do great things. You are amazing. Our 3 listeners. And good.
Which is, over the years, about accurate. 3.
You watch the stats. You're like, hey, 50 people have listened to our podcast. 3, most of them are relatives or just friends that,
I know we all live. Even though you can't tell me. Because no one ever writes. But if you want to write
to us,
please.
I dare anyone to write to Monty or myself about anything.
You could do that at the Monster Sci-Fi Show at gmail.com. Or... Am I going to do this myself? Okay, fine. Or...
Iron ore? What do we do?
No. Or you can find me on Twitter with the Monster Sci-Fi Show handle.
I'm middle-aged man. I don't know how to do that.
You're a drinking buddy too, so.
Yay, drinking buddy!
So that's MONST. MONSTER SYFY show.
JELLO.
Or my Facebook page, the Monster Sci-Fi Show, is also there. So look for me at those places, please.
Find us. Let us know we're not alone out there in the world.
Horton hears a huh? Alright. So, I don't know when we're going to get together again because this was just a fluke. And normally I don't like fish. But,
wow, my God! What the fuck was that?
Because the fluke is
I got it. I know it. It's not flume, but the fluke. Yeah,
it's a fluke.
Fluke.
It's a flounder.
We'll get together again, Monty. We'll do Jurassic World hopefully sometime soon. We love you all, and thank you for your ears.
And other body parts, if you lend some
corn on your ears.
Corn. That's wax. Well done.
Close the show.
Good night. Leave us alone.
May the good news be used. And no news is good news.
From Gary Gnews. Gary Gnews. Oh, I forgot. Thank you, Gene. The Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast. Sci-fi. From a certain point of view.
Good night, folks.
Adios.